Do. Oh, Mike's here. Audio's there. Lighting. Welcome to the stream. How you all doing? It's a Wednesday. I'm excited. Who knows? I don't know if the technology is going to work today, but we're going to try it. I think I might have figured out what my problem was. Whoa, how you doing, science? You caught the beginning of the stream, the very beginning of the stream. So the only thing different today is I'm starting to use, rather than classical music that I dug up that I figured was so old it would be copyright free music that I have created myself. Not recently, but I have created myself. So during the interim, the beginning, the interim, and the endings, there's going to be different little musical pieces that I wrote in the 90s on synthesis and arranged on drum machine and synthesizer. And they're not great, but they're not terrible. I mean, I don't know. All right. So that brings us to talking a little bit about the content of today's stream for all the newbies on YouTube or people watching me on VOD. I've been doing this for a while now, and I'm not changing it up. Don't try to get me to do it. It's not going to happen. People are like, are you going to play a different game? Nope. Get off my lawn. By the way, cheers. I got a nice full glass of Diet Coke. This is my first Diet Coke of the day, though, and only. I think one is plenty, really. The ice. It's got a little condensation on the side. Savor. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. This is a good batch. I think this is batch 417,000. So the only thing out here, follow my logic here. This is in the news. Let me read you some news here. Let me get to the news. Hold on. I'm gonna read you a little news article here. Is Diddy in Cape Verde or Antigua? Exploring extradition laws in these countries. Rapper Sean Diddy Combs has reportedly fled the United States. As this is from yesterday, Homeland Security conducted raids of his homes. The 54-year-old has been accused in several sexual assaults. Oh, geez. And we have entertainment website TMZ say that tracked his personal Love Air LLC jet currently in Antigua. Several social media users added that the rapper might be moving to Cape Verde, a country in Africa off the coast of Senegal. How you doing, Mistress Mord? Yeah, the P Diddy drama. He was spotted. He has not been spotted on the plane yet, so he may still be in Antigua. But I believe Antigua has an extradition treaty with the United States. Thus, my idea today is we're going to do a little bit of exploration of this Cape Verde off of site. What is it? It's a group of islands. I don't know. Is it green? Is it blue? I have it on the map. I know where it is. So we're going to fly around in it. And first, in fact, since I think nobody's said no, we're not going to do this thing. I'll just show you. This is them. It's quite a few. And the cool thing is, our mission today is to take off from one, land on a different one, take off from that one, and land on a different one. So we want something fairly fast. But we're going to start at kind of what I think is the main part of Cape Verde, this Praia. Probably from Mandela International is where you're going to depart. Now, I'm going to have to pick an airplane. But this is entirely in honor of P. Diddy, of his status as one of the preeminent rappers of our day. I think we should pick something that he would fly in, and that's going to be the Cessna Citation CJ4. Yeah, there's more than one Nelson Mandela Airport in the world. In fact, there's about probably 7,000. Well, there's a lot. So it's the choices between the Citation longitude, or the CJ4. I think I have the CJ4 in a kind of a. Well, I certainly have these. Let me see what are the liveries for what are the liveries for this one here? This is a different one. Oh, they're kind of similar. We don't really have a kind of private jet livery, a good private jet livery. But we'll assume that he would probably be the bright red one here. So, and this is a nice fast plane. So this can get us in this little island. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm trying to come up with a story here. Okay, we're a private pilot. We're hired to pick up P Diddy at this airport and fly him to two other islands because he wants to see which island he wants to relocate to now that he's facing sex crime charges in the United States, which, as you know, are not good crimes to be facing in the United States if you have money. You know what I'm saying? And he probably did it too. Whatever he's accused of. All right. We're gonna start at the gate. Now it's a little late in the day there. Is anybody talking to me on there? Hi, Chimichanga. Good to see you again. Yes, on YouTube. We're gonna fly around these islands off of Senegal called Cape Verde, the Cape Verde Islands. I checked it out, and there are quite a few little runways. I mean, basically all these islands that have population. I think there's 5 of them. Have little airports, airstrips, or in fact they call them international. They're pretty big airports. Yeah, well, somebody should. I mean, yeah, and the point is, it's not, they're not really allowed to surprise raid you. I mean, they're supposed to give you some amount of tip off, but his lawyers would have been told before, what was going to happen. That's just rich people privilege. But yeah, he got on a jet, and he might be making the decision. Just where it says Kench 90 there, just imagine it says Diddy. I don't know. All right, let's get this started up. Okay, caution, battery master caution. This is one of the basic airplanes that I believe comes with it, but that doesn't mean I remember where everything is. GTA, what are the cover? We're gonna put the engines in run, but we just still have to find the battery master, which is around here, I think. Yeah, here we go. Okay, these are on. Yeah, but the master. Yeah, that's the battery right there, finally. 2 batteries, A and B. We don't need external power. Got it. Okay, these are already on, most of these switches, so don't have to do too much of okay, avionics are coming on. That's ice protection we don't care about up here. We probably want our taxi lights. These lights, absolutely. Turn those on a bit. Oh, for sure. Oh, yes. Oh, logo lights. Passenger safety, we don't care about them. Okay, these are aligning. Just want to get what's under here. Auto power reserve. That we don't need. Okay, we're getting ready to start the engines though. So let's see. These are pitch trim. What's under this cover? Elevator trim. Don't care. Speed brakes. Power transfer. That's all useful. We're about to start one of the engines. Let's see. So we'll start the left engine, which is hopefully going to be that. Those both seem to come on. They do. Okay, environmental control system. These are on, right? Just getting used to what this is. Cabin pressure. APU starter. Do we need that? I think we might need that. Hold on, let's see. No take. Yeah, we're not going to take off. That's fine. Why is it doing that? Why is it complaining about that? All right, what's it doing here? I've run into this problem before. It doesn't seem to want to let me do the throttle. Oh, the throttles I can do from here. And now I got this annoying warning. Yeah. All right. The engines start if you do that. That's interesting. Yeah, I get this bug before. This has happened to me like a couple of times now when I start up and load a plane. It seems to start up and then it's got some weird problem. Usually it won't start the engines up. And there's supposed to be a kind of a cheat for that you can use, and that's not going to work either because I always try that. Interesting. And then if I load the plane again, it'll work. So it's not reproducible. Batteries on. That's not going to matter. These are on, and then it's got this. That no takeoff thing is not correct. That's, I think, a bug. Okay, well, bugs. All right, we're gonna do the. I don't want to waste too much time on the stream. Yeah, really. And the only way I know to do this in a relatively short amount of time is to reload the plane from the runway, which actually does save time. And usually at that point, you'll see it should be fine. We'll just load the same plane, same plane, just from the runway, because then it starts the plane in a hot. See, the thing is, it should have started up. It should have let me start with the plane. I've done the startup procedure on this a few times. And the point is, if you hit Control E, it should start it. But we're going to get going. We'll get going. We're going to move around. We're going to fly around. We're going to... By the way, the second half of the stream is a guitar stream today. I don't know if you'll be up for it, Mord, but I'm definitely feeling really good that I've pretty much memorized the entire lyrics. And I think it's a good rendition of Portugal the Man. So let's see. If we click Ready to Fly this time, for example, are the engines running? Or... Yeah. The engines are running, and my lever on the lower left, I can see that my throttles are moving, which they weren't before. And I don't see. Okay, so the enunciators here are on this where it says parking brake on, no takeoff. But at least she's not going no takeoff, which was a bug. So I can turn the parking brake off, and then that no takeoff warning goes off. Okay, flaps are already in the correct position. There's really nothing else we need to do except get out of here and figure out where we are. We're kind of in the southern part of the island chain, which is kind of in a pretty large circular area. You'll see. We'll get some altitude. Looks like a beautiful afternoon there. What are we at? 100? Oh, yeah, we're about to rotate up. Get a little off the groundish kind of thing here. You can see they always looks like they have a lot of wind power. Gear up, and it flaps to 0. We'll stick to the afternoon for now, but it's not... Okay, engines can start coming down. Oops, what is that? Trim. Oh, it's takeoff trim. Well, takeoff trim. Silly. Yeah. Acknowledge. All right, but I want to check out the I wouldn't call it a city, but I guess one of the larger communities. I guess it's a city of this whole Cape Verde. It doesn't necessarily look like you're living in the lap of luxury, which is why Diddy may have been a little reluctant to relocate his life from luxurious Hollywood, California, where you can get anything, and or Miami. I think he was based, he's multi-coastal. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, if you're living in the lap of luxury, okay, watching my speed, I don't want to overspeed. We're gonna check out this wind farm here, okay? But this is basically on the island. There are little coastal areas all around it. I think there's a belt road, but this is the size of either the biggest population center or the second biggest one in Cape Verde. But we're gonna check out some other islands. So I mean, from here, it's not Paris. Oops. But it probably is big enough to support some nice resorts and things like that. Now, my concern personally, would you ever move to a place like this personally? Me? No, I don't think I would. Well, first of all, I don't think I'd ever have to, be, drummed out of the country anytime soon. But for me, my question is, could I get good internet? And I bet you can't. You know what I mean? They may be on a cable. They may be on an Atlantic cable, cross-Atlantic cable from Africa, but it still may not be the best internet in the world unless you happen to be really near wherever the cable is coming up. Maybe they do, But anywhere else not among this area is not going to be it. So if we look to the west, there's another island to the west. But we're going to get some speed going, and we're going to head up to the northeast. This island chain is not like, let's get some speed going. This is kind of what it looks like. You can kind of see there's a stadium. You know, I get a stadium. By the way, hi, Captain. Hey, Mistress Moore. Hi, Side. This is so nice to see everybody. We're just going to do our little flight simulator thing. We're going to fly around. I'm going to see if all three of my cameras work. This camera up here was being cranky as I was starting stream. It was like, no, I don't think I want to. But we're doing the Diddy tour here. Okay, so Diddy's in the back. And he's looking around. He's looking around out here. He's looking out the window. He's kind of deciding, okay, all right. Looks like, you know, they got a stadium there. He's like, you know, there's probably some, you know, restaurants and stuff. It's not the middle of nowhere. But you're very isolated and no extradition treaty. All right, so where's the next island? Because we're going to get there. We need to get there pretty quickly. We're going to use our little navigation map here. And we're gonna put the sauce on. Our goal is to land on 3 islands. This little one here doesn't have, and that's why we picked this one. This little one out here we're just going to fly over. But I don't believe it has a runway long enough for us. We're going to turn trim to 0 or like around there. We're going to get a little altitude and a little speed, and we'll just have a little chat, you know. Oops. Okay. So let's get the engines up as we're flying over the little airport that we took off, and that's one of the bigger airports. Although they usually have a nice solid runway, but they're often. I was just looking at the maps. I haven't actually been to these places, but I did check the maps a little earlier because I was like, oh, are there like 3 different runways you can take off from, or like more? So our goal is to take off from that one. We're gonna check out these 2. These 2 both look pretty nice, and then there's this one up here, GVSV. I don't know. They all have different names, but there is. You can see. I mean, it's not forever, but there's some space in between these islands. From the way you can kind of see from this map here. If I move it up a little bit, this little mini map here. Let's see if I can get it. To, 200 is the thing. They're kind of in an atoll. I can't get any further out, but you can see we're a solid distance away from the coast of Senegal. I mean, that's Senegal right there. Oh yeah, put on a rerun for your thing. Yeah, because you're not streaming today. I'm excited that you'll be streaming more though. So yeah, this island is close. I don't know if it's as inhabited. The difference between an inhabited island is really whether it's going to have a runway or not. All right, we're going to set the autopilot now that we have this plane started up. The autopilot is, okay, inoperative. No, that's not where it would be. Okay, it's because I want to establish a constant, it's right up here. I want to establish a constant altitude. The easiest way is to do that with the autopilot. What's our heading? 66. So, let's see. Autopilot on. Altitude hold mode on. That's good. And now we can set our course to 66. What is that? How do we do that? I forgot. Speed. Oh, yeah. Heading. Heading to 66, and then we can use heading on. Okay, flight director, excuse me, flight FLC mode, that doesn't matter. Okay, so what are we at? We're 6,900, about 7,000 feet, and then we can make it. So now we can turn using the autopilot system, make small turns. We can now's the time when we're going to. Yeah, well, I bet you'll have a long stream tomorrow. Well, I'm hoping you will. Now's the time we're gonna have to serve some drinks to Diddy in the back. I wonder what he likes, you know. But I guess kind of a cool thing is if you're like a rich person and you have a lot of time and you enjoy exploring islands. You know, there's a bunch of islands to explore. It's like Hawaii. It's not, you know, where, you know, you can live on Oahu, but then you can take a little flight over to Big Island, check out the volcanoes. You know, there's stuff to do. That's kind of island hopping if you got money. And he does. But unlike Hawaii, these islands are not beautiful, green, lush islands. I got to tell you, because I've flown over all of Hawaii, and this is not the kind of this is not as in the interesting kind of terrain. And you can tell it's relatively dry. There's just not going to be a lot of water resources compared to Hawaii, because Hawaii has altitude, where it is in the Gulf Stream or whatever, or the jet stream. So there's a little airport down there. We're not going to go on that little airport. Maio. Okay. I think Maio is the name of this island. So that's it for that island. You can see it's small. We're going to make another turn, and we're going to go to the island, and we're going to land and that one. And then we're going to take off and land again. And that's going to be the flight simulator part of the stream. I'm really loving that. Okay, so GVBA. So we're going to have to make a left turn to about, I don't know. Is that good? We'll be there before you know it. This is a fast plane. This is a jet. That's why we took it. This is Diddy's private jet. But if you're here for the music part, it should be starting about 15 minutes. So, and this is realistic weather and time of day today. So it is probably quite nice there. So Diddy's probably thinking, well, the weather in March is beautiful. You know what I'm thinking? He's thinking it's probably nice and warm. It's probably perfect weather. You can see it's not that humid in the air, so it's not really rainy. But as I say, the lack of water is not necessarily a good thing. You know, you can see there's a lot of dry rivers down there. I'm sure it does rain on occasion. All right, so we're heading up to this next island, which we can't even quite even see yet. And this one's called, well, it's called Rabil. The island is R-A-B-I-L, Rabil. And their airport is not going to be, we took off from the Nelson Mandela Airport. But we are going to be landing no. The Boa Vista. Is that the name of the island? Rabil is the town. Got it. Okay. This island also seems to have, yeah, Rabil is the town on Boa Vista's island. Okay. Good to know. This one seems to have a lot of nice beaches. Maybe Diddy would prefer to stay at this island. It's got a few things to see on it. From Google Maps' point of view, at least. Uh-oh, what's happened? Why are we losing power? Did I actually push a button? I may have accidentally pushed a button. Or maybe they did that itself. Somebody turned the... I may have inadvertently turned down the throttle. I don't know. Seems to be working now. It's not showing any warnings, and it would show if the engines were struggling or if there was a problem with the engines. That would show up right here. That's where any kind of warnings or enunciators. And if it was serious, you'd get a safety caution or a warning. I don't see anything, so I think we're running okay. What's here? What do we got here? Utilities, aircraft systems, propulsion, normal, APU is off, everything looks good. Okay, weather. I don't know what these mean, really. Oh, showing weather overlays. We don't have any weather, but that's fine. Okay, we're at 7,000 feet. Okay, wait a minute. Now we're going a little too fast. Trying to get our engines to the point. There we go. Establish some decent flight. Realm there. Okay, now we're going there. For a second there, it would take us a long time to get there, but it won't. We'll be fine. What does Kitty want? Want to come say hi? He doesn't want to say. He doesn't want to say hi today. But he's usually a big part of the stream. By the way, hello on YouTube. We're flying around. It'll just be a little bit more. We're flying around Cape Verde. We have a mission to land, to take off, which we did, and to land once, and then to take off again and land again. So we're not going to really stay at the airport. We're going to land and then just turn around and take off again, if all is successful, and then go to a different island, which is kind of nearby than this one. This one's, you can see it's a ways, Okay, so that's the second island we saw. The first island is, you can see that little hump down there is where we started. And hopefully I can remember how to land this particular plane. I don't think it's too tricky. I don't think it has anything, but I'm concerned that some of these automated systems have to be turned off. What do these things do? Barometric pressure, not concerned. Caution warnings. Is there anything here related to automatic control of flaps? Yeah, I think this is fuel issues. Speed brake. Oh, speed brakes. I don't think you need them on approach. I think they automatically deploy, but I'm not sure. For this plane, I don't 100% remember. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure you don't need them on approach. So we're going to do an approach. We got about 20 miles. But we'll call them up. Because we're P. Diddy. We're not going to say P. Diddy's on board. Oh, which one is this one? Yeah, we decided it's this one. Aristides Pereira. We're going to crest landing, although we're technically touching and going, but they don't care. At least we got the actual voice, Azure voices, not the crappy ones. Fly straight, runway 03. Okay, and we're heading almost, okay, perfect. So in other words, it just wants us straight. We're almost perfectly lined up there. But we're still 25 miles out. But while we come in, we're going to come in kind of low and check out a little bit of what this island looks like. As I say, this might be the nicer one. What's it called? I keep forgetting what it's called. Boa Vista, which I believe means nice view in Portuguese. That's pretty much exhausting my knowledge of Portuguese right there, too. And we've got any Brazilian viewers? Boa Vista means nice view, doesn't it? Come on. No, we didn't have any from Brazil today. I think I got banned in Brazil for using copyright music, but that's not going to be a problem anymore. I no longer use copyright music during my opening, my midterm, or my ending stream. No more classical music. Got a lot of complaints about it, so hundreds of complaints. So no, I didn't get any complaints, but I just feel like I don't need to do that. Oh, look, XP Kitten's on, Milo Lantana's on, Gingerbread Reed. Oh, some of my favorite streamers are on right now. Let's see. Nicole, that's a repeat. Spoopy is on. Lily Off Valley is on. I like her. Beiju is on. She's always great. What are the girls going to do? Well, a lot of these girls did not have the multi-cams. But and I still think for the girls, 2 cameras is more than enough. It's us musicians that need 2 cameras or more, or somebody who's trying to do something visual. I mean, well, okay, the girls are doing something visual. All right, we're getting closer. Hold on. We're approaching the island, and at a certain point in time, we're going to want to turn off the autopilot, take over controls, put us down on the ground. The Diddy can check things out. He'll probably get out and do a little sightseeing. You doing okay, Diddy? You want another Diet Coke? You want a rum and Coke? What do you want, Diddy? He's in the back there. Should we put on a little rap music for you? A little jazz? Well, we can't do that. We can't even put Diddy music on. It's all copyright. All right, so we're going to take the autopilot. Actually, we're going to fly this. We're going to fly Proton autopilot here. But we are going to make a left turn to there. So we can be closer to the approach vector. We're at 7,000 feet. We're a little high up, too. So it's a 2994 altimeter. We have a barometer here. Okay. Because I assume this is at. All right. Autopilot off. Autopilot off. Okay. Now we see the airport already. So, engines start coming down. Mo, what do you want? So, bringing the engines, we're going pretty fast. So, this is that island I said, oh, it's even nicer. It does have a lot of beaches. You know what I mean? You're going to go on a beach and you're not going to see anybody for miles around. But at what cost? You know, you're going to get your privacy. That's for sure. But you're not going to get like beautiful vistas. That's for sure. You know, it's a pretty desolate kind of landscape. All right, slow. Maybe we can put some flaps out. Slow down a little bit more. What's up with my lever? There we go. All right, we're almost ready to really want to slow down here, so we can put our gear down. Gear is coming down. You can see the doors opening, the wheels coming down, and we want to, oops, keep our nose down. We're going to be losing altitude here. Oops. All right, so we can bring up our, fully let us keep our pitch trim right close to 0. I don't think we need speed rate. You see the flaps are all the way down on the back. Our approach speed is around 140. The landing speed is closer to 110. We got a lot of altitude to lose. We basically have the engines at idle. But the landings are the most fun part. 150, always watch your speed. 149. Again, they call this an international airport, and compared to the airport that we left from, I think you're going to see this is the dinkiest one. So there's like a beach community over there, and probably having Diddy come in for landing is the biggest thing that's ever happened in years, and maybe they're not even aware, but that's it. I mean, there's a little town up there. Again, okay, I guess there's a town up there. We'll see it when we take off. We'll make a turnaround. All right. Monitoring speed, 120. Give me more gas. Give me a little more gas here. A little more gas. There we go. $126. Sure don't need brakes. Let's give a little more gas. I don't want to fall out of the sky at the last second. It's a pretty good approach vector, I think. And these are designed for like bigger planes. Okay, engines can come down. And also, I sure hope my reversers are working today, because they weren't working last week on other planes. Anyway, we don't want to upset Diddy's drink in the back. So I'm going to try to land real soft. A bit of a bump, but he's fine. Okay, reversers, are they going to work? No. Maybe this plane doesn't have it. Yeah, it does. There they go. Reversers come out. You can see them pop out on the back. And we stop real hard. All right. That's the airport. We probably don't even need to refuel. But we're going to let Diddy out for a minute. He's going to check out that little beach community there. And then we're out of here. We still have 11 minutes. But trust me, we actually have time to get out of here. We're not going to... Okay, flaps back to 0. We're not going to reset too much. That was a good landing, though. We're just gonna go back. We're gonna pretend Diddy saw his thing, and we're gonna get out of here again. You can see the shadows are getting long. It's gonna be sunset pretty soon. It's gonna be pretty. So we want to get to this next island, which will probably be flying directly into the sun, but hopefully that'll be fine. So we're gonna go down to the end of the runway. We're gonna make our turn around here. And we're just gonna take off. Yeah. Can we get out? We're not parking, but okay. That was pointless, but anyway, more Diet Coke. Just acknowledge it. It'll probably, once we get off the ground, that the air traffic will reset, I think. Otherwise, won't keep telling us to taxi the parking. All right. Diddy checked around. He looked around. He was not that impressed with this island. He wants to see the third one. Okay, Diddy's paying. Let's do it. All right, flaps to 1/3 is takeoff. And line up. Engines to full power, please. Engines to full. There they go. All the way up to full. Takeoff speed is... Right? Why do you say no takeoff? There you go. We can take off. We in fact taken off. And then we're going to head a little to the west here. Gear up. Yeah, but that's all right. I got Diddy on board. Diddy, you know what I mean? Diddy trumps you. So while we're flying over this island, I kind of want to show... if there, you know, we saw the airport, and there's like a little beach community there that I bet is pretty ramshackle. Not necessarily bad, but this is fun. We're exploring Cape Verde, and honestly, don't think I've come here before. That's not like familiar. It is pretty desolate. You can see that. I mean, what you get is scrub and desert-ish. You don't get a lot of, and chaparral, we would call this, but you don't get a lot of like waterfalls and rainforest because there aren't any anywhere in this whole area. But I mean, people, you know, okay, people live here. You know, there may be a fishing community. It looks like that would probably be a school. Not a good school. All right, so where's the next island? Where is the next island? The next island that we're going to land at. So we did a takeoff. Is it up here? Or this one? No, it's up north. That's good because we don't. That way, we won't be flying right into the sun. It's closer to. It's this GVAC. It's a smaller island, but it looks interesting. I mean, some of the smaller ones might be the more, you know, the more interesting ones. And this island that we're flying to is called Espargos. Espargos. I'm sorry. I have no idea how to speak. I think these are mainly named by the, you know, Portuguese settlers. Colonists, whatever you want to call them. Alright, let's get some plane going here. Alright. Do I have any warnings? No, everything is good. Engines are coming up to speed. How's our fuel looking? Oh, we have tons of fuel. Probably shouldn't be landing with this much fuel anyway. All right, so yeah, forget GVAC is the airport up here. Right. Nearest airport list. GVAC. Oh yeah, there it is. Amilcar Cabral. Okay.
Amilcar Cabral Tower, KNSH 9er miles south, 4,400 feet to land.
So this will be the third populated, no, the fourth populated item we've flown over, and the third one we landed at. Well, the third one we landed or took off at.
Make straight in runway 01, KNSH 9er.
Runway 1, that's headed straight north. Perfecto. Okay, this is another little tiny island, though. Okay, I really don't want to get above 5,000 feet. We're just going to have to descend anyway. We don't need this. We don't need this. Let's get a little view going. The sun is still thinking about setting, but it hasn't quite set yet. My guess is the weather is great. I don't think I have something that tells me what the outside temperature is. I bet I do. I just don't know where it is. Cabin altitude. Outside temperature is 29? No, out. I don't know. 17? The air temperature is 17 at this altitude. And I think the ground temperature is about 27, so warm. I think. I don't know. Not clear. Right, we're above 5,000 feet. Try to descend. Try not to do that. Okay. And this is going to be our final landing of the day. By the way, TwitchCon Las Vegas. Yay. I don't know. And then I'm going to grab my guitar. We're going to play some songs. Going to sing a bit. Get back to work. That's the plan. It's a regular Wednesday stream. We do this every day except Tuesday. And I find it relaxing and fun. I did. Oh, obviously I did. I mean, it was, they were both, you know, I enjoyed both for different reasons. I mean, you know, sometimes I just, you know, the first one was more of a, just kind of a getaway, just kind of a quiet getaway. But, you know, the second one I got to meet so many more streamers. And I think we had like one of the better parties at TwitchCon. I mean, a whole bunch of fun things happened last year. I don't think I'll be able to top this year. That's for sure. I'm not planning to make this year better than last year, but I do want to get a nice place. I think that'll be the key because, you know, I'll probably be spending a lot of time there, even more so than in Vegas. In Vegas, you kind of want to get out every night and go somewhere, go somewhere. But I think, you know, San Diego is definitely a lot more sedate. Okay, so this is the island of Espargos. It has many towns on it, like Palmyra, Pedrolume, Feijoal, Murriera, and Santa Maria. This is Santa Maria up here, the southernmost community. Plane doesn't want to go down. Do we want a negative trim? Will that help? There we go. It's just because it's a fast plane. These are still on auto, right? Wait. Oh, is that what happened? I touched the speed brakes lever, and the engines turn off automatically. Is that what happened? Maybe. Okay. Good to know. We don't know that up high. All right. So, I mean, yeah. So if Diddy was wanting to check out what kind of the bigger, well, I guess one of the main towns here, he's going to be looking here. And as you can see, I don't see any like luxury resorts, but you can see there's like some swimming pools there. Those are hotels, I bet. And those purple down there, that definitely is a resort. Okay, I mean, so you can see that's a resort. You can kind of tell from the layout there. That's a hotel with like, that's a pretty nice one. So you know, if you're a Diddy, that's what I think this is looking a little more interesting. Oh, and that's a place with like villas, like Airbnbs, because you can see there's a central swimming pool in each one of these. This is a little more high Tony than the other islands, and you can tell just from the way the buildings are and how they're laid out. They put a little more money into this area. Anyway, we're gonna land at this little strip here. Which involves placing down the gear. Here they come. Wait. No, did I? I may have ignored your last transmission.
Clear to land runway 01 KNSH 9er.
Runway 01. Okay, gear down. Flaps to 2/3. Let's make our approach, watching our approach speed carefully. Because as you know, as we get into the thicker air, we will start naturally slowing down. But this is going to be Diddy's final stop for today. So he's probably going to be staying at one of the nice resorts down there. And this is definitely the island to stay in. So I'm glad we did this one last, because if we did this one first, Diddy'd not be happy. And we want a happy Diddy. We don't want an unhappy Diddy. What's our airspeed? 150, we're fine. Over 160, too fast. Under 140, too slow. We still have some flaps to push down. But this is also a nicer, newer runway that includes more lights, and on the left you'll see those 4 lights are the visual glide slope indicator. Indicative of a fancier, definitely a fancier level of airport. All right, flaps to full. Look at that. By the way, there's a plane in the there's an approaching aircraft in the satellite imagery that they used, but I bet that's not actually there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All right, now we're fucked up. We're fucked. We gotta do this. We're fine. Okay, too slow. 121. We're almost gonna stall out. Let's get some engine going. We'll be fine. Don't panic. Panicking is not a great idea if you're a pilot. I mean, it's fun. You can see, I just love looking at all the lights and shit. See, the other airport did not have the fancy lighting. 129, 132, engines down. 200. Engines down, 119. Ooh, a little slow. 50. Let's just hit the ground then. Another little bounce. You gotta land really slow to not get a bounce. Whoops. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, reversers. Reversers. I love how those reversers come out in the back. See on the back of the engine there? And then you can put your brakes down. And we're gonna stop real quick. Let's do that. Okay, flaps to 0. Acknowledge the taxi clearance. We're taking a shortcut. Did not give us that. That's fine. So we're checking out this airport here, which is way nicer. You can tell from the quality of the airport, I would say, what the quality of the lifestyle on the island is. And the previous one had a very rudimentary airport. Whereas this one has a pretty nice one with a tower and shit. I mean, the other one was just some buildings. This one's got like an actual terminal, and a set of terminals, and like looks like probably cargo terminals.
Hamilcar Cabral ground KNSH 9er request taxi to parking.
All right, it's for Diddy too. I don't always do this final taxiway, but we have time. Actually, we don't. We're running a little over for the flight simulator. That's fine. It's for Diddy. You know, my favorite rapper. He's not. Eminem is my favorite rapper. And there we are. There we go. All right, engine shut down, and then we're out of here. We're gonna play music. Yay. Okay. Turn the engines from run to stop. Turn your APU on. All right. So that these don't take. And then we're gonna turn the battery masters off. Hold on a second here. All this goes off. And everything turns off. And that's a cold plane. Pretty much like we started. It should have been basically the exact same. I wonder if I had a fuel valve or something that I didn't turn on. No. HUD control. Or I need to do the master disconnect? No. I have to figure out what's wrong with the starting sequence. Maybe I'll do the checklist. It's a pretty plane. We had a good time. It's just about sundown. It's still up there. And we took Diddy on a nice tour of 3 islands in the Cape Verde area. Now there's Cabo. Did I say Cabo? Well, Cape Verde. Cabo Verde. There are 1, 2, 3 more at least populated islands that we don't, or more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 populated islands that we did not go to. And some of them are pretty big. There's one of them on the northwest part, which looks like it's got more stuff going on. But this one looks kind of more like the fancy island, where people are the fancy people go. Although I don't know, this other one here, the Isla de Santo Antio. I don't know how that's all Filipino. Not Filipino, it's Portuguese. Okay, so what's going to happen is there's going to be a short break. I'm going to stop playing the Flight Simulator. I'm going to get my guitar here. We have a guitar stream day. It's that day. It's really not going to take too long. Have a little Diet Coke, take a short walk around, but enjoy the interim music while that occurs. Whee! By the way, I regret that I don't always catch up with my YouTube chat as quickly as I do with my Twitch chat. YouTube, though, does have more people coming who are just have no idea who I am and what the hell is going on, which I love. So we have William Ormerod saying, "Where are you flying?" And I didn't say. Probably. Eventually, he figured out because I said repeatedly it's Cape Verde, P. Diddy, various islands. And then we had White Man came in, and he rather dangerous. You just used the N word by just writing the N letter. He wrote N, 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 and N, and N, and N. To which I replied to white man, yes? But he's not here anymore. He or she or it is not here anymore. So today I'm going to play this guitar. It's an I played it a couple days ago, but that's fine. I have 16 guitars, so I'm not going to switch them out all the time, every time for no great reason. Okay? It's the same one. I like this one. It's an Epiphone, but it's still a really, really fancy guitar. It's one of their highest end made in Indonesia models. So again, welcome to part 2 of the stream. Or part 2 of the stream, which includes me just diddling around pretty much on the guitar. I alternate between guitar and keyboard streams, but today happens to be guitar. Tomorrow I'll play my piano. Bring my piano in here and play that instead. All right, I gotta get some lyrics up, and I play a little song where I sing along with a song. It's a thing I do occasionally. This song was requested by a fellow who said he really liked it, and in Milo Lantana stream, which I'm watching right here. They're a fan of Cat Stevens, and they specifically requested The Wind. They're not here, but I still like this song a lot. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never needed water once. No, never, never, never. Let's do this a little second. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I've swam upon the devil's lake. I'll never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. Never. kind of in the same. I don't know. For some reason, this is in the same realm for me, although it's not really. Because I always forget these here. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down the song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You got to help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. This hour's the time on the telephone line, talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I'd always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Lord, I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things that are running my way this time around me now. Thought I'd see you, thought I'd see you smiling again. Oh, cheers, little James Taylor. Also played James Taylor on the keyboard days, you know. It's because I'm a James Taylor kind of guy, you know. I'm just like Dave. Always have, always will. Don't try to stop me. But I'm going to play some kind of instrumental piece here. Just because, you know, give my voice a little rest. All right, we're gonna do Modern Jesus Portola Man, which I've only been playing for less than 2 weeks, but but now I'm getting to my sweet spot where I kind of have the lyrics memorized. Which I always think, I'm never gonna memorize these lyrics. These are crazy man lyrics. These are crazy lyrics. Get these fucking lyrics out of here. Okay, it goes like this. Let me get this in the right position here. Actually, is this tuned? Close enough. Government work. Okay, Modern Jesus. As done by Johnny Cash. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we've got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs. We can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, we've got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down. But don't pray for us, we don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We're the ones who start little fires, but when they burn out, when they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume. But we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's keep the cool. You don't want to feel blue, 'cause we won't sell you nothing you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. That's how that song ends. I like the ending. How's everyone doing? You know, I'm going to take a quick moment here to wish everyone a fantastic Wednesday hump day and a little cheers from the glass of Diet Coke. By the way, the whole stream today is just about Diet Coke. The rest of everything is spurious, I would say. Don't gulp it down, you know. It's a fine beverage. Take your time with it. Oh. All right, come on, people. Stop. Stop accusing me of that. Finally, I figured out, but it took a long, long time. I don't remember the lyrics of this one. Hold on a second. I had them memorized. Well, not probably not. And just the first words I memorized. Finally, I figured out, but it took a long time. Hi, what the guitar? What's up with you? Now there's a turnabout. Hold on. Wondering if I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused. All of my roads where they lead to you. I just can't turn and walk away. Well, it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do. Enough to prove it's all for you. Finally, I've seen it all, 'cause it's been a long, long time. All but then we'll trip and fall, wondering if I'm blind. There's been times I'm so confused, all of my roads where they lead to you. I just can't turn and walk away. Well, it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do. Enough to prove it's all for you. Rain keeps pouring down, falling from blue skies. Words without a sound, coming from your eyes. Finally, I figured out it took a long, long time. Now there's a turnabout, maybe 'cause I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused, all of my roads where they lead to you. I just can't turn and walk away. But it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do. Enough to prove it's all for you. But it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wondering if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do. Enough to prove it's all for you. All for you by Sister Hazel. This is not my song. Sister Hazel, All for You. Wonderful song from 1996. Check it out. I mean, if you're, it's not that well known, but it's my favorite Sister Hazel. I'm a big fan of 80s and 90s pop rock. Okay, so there's a lot of REM, some Gin Blossoms. Gonna play Bush, Stone Temple. I used to play a lot of Stone Temple Pilots. Must be your skin, I'm sinking in. Must be for real, now I can feel. I didn't mind, it's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why. Everything goes white and everything's gray. Well, now you're here and now you're away. I don't want this, remember that. I'll never forget you where you're at. Don't let that days roll by. Glycerine, glycerine. Never alone, I'm alone all the time. Are you at one or do you lie? We live in a wheel where everyone steals. But when we rise, it's like strawberry fields. If I treated you bad, you bruised my face. Couldn't love you anymore, you got a beautiful taste. Don't let the days roll by. What could have been easier? You. Glycerine. Glycerine. Needed you more when I wanted us less. Could not kiss, just regress. It might just be pure and simple and plain. Well, that's just fine. That's just one of my names. Don't let the days roll by. Or good or bad, you. Glycerine. 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 Song requests are not quite available, but you can put them in. But I do like to, I don't learn the songs on stream. If it's a song that I feel is appropriate, and some of these songs that I play tonight have been suggested by users, so you're more than welcome to. And I sometimes learn them, but like if Georgia comes on and suggests that I learn some Ozzy Osbourne songs or specifically Crazy Train, yeah, I would kind of like to. It's a little out of my oeuvre, which is more Crowded House than Black Sabbath. So. You know, I mean, it depends. What it's like, be the bad man, be the sad man, behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like, be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours on it lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like, feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard their anger. None of my pain and woe can't show through. But my dreams, they are as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. When my adventures crack it open, for I use it and lose my cool. When I smile, please tell me some bad news, for I laugh and act like a fool. If I swallow anything evil, put your finger down my throat. When I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. be the sad man, be the bad man behind new eyes. But half the time I get the sad man and bad man reversed, I think. I get the feeling. But what are you gonna do? All right, this is the final song that I'm going to sing tonight. It's called, I think, or maybe two more, but maybe it won't be the final one, but it's close. It's called Spaceman by The Killers. Bringing up the lyrics here so I don't have to forget them, but I pretty much know them. It goes like this, I believe, if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, all right, 1, 2, 3. Get the spaceman. Or spaceman. Started with a low light. Next thing I knew, they ripped me from my bed. Then they took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. Know that I was hoping that I could leave this star-crossed world behind when they cut me open. I guess I changed my mind. And you know, I might have just flown too far from the floor this time, 'cause they're calling me by my name, and they're zipping white light beams disregarding bombs and satellites. That was the turning point. That was one lonely night. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Now I'm back at home and I'm looking forward to this life I live. You know it's gonna haunt me. This hesitation to this life I give. I think you might cross over. You're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Better look it over before you make that leap. And you know, I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night sometimes that justify my claim. And the public don't dwell on my transmission 'cause it wasn't televised. But it was a turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. Everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm blind, but I hear those voices at night. Sometime. What's it? That chord. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Starmaker, Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. On my mind. All in my mind. I don't know about that tune. Come on, give me a little more juice. Perfect. All right, go off. All right. What else I want to do? The other killer song. I think I have the lyrics memorized. This one. Let's see. Little Diet Coke before I start finishing up the songs today. What do you guys think? Diet Coke. It's the bomb. It's available where you are, most likely. You know what I mean? No matter where you are in the world. Maybe not, though. I did my best to notice when the call came down the line. Up to the platform of surrender. I was broad, but I was kind. And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Wave goodbye to your heart. Cut the cord. Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Respects to grace and virtue, but no condolences to good. Give my regards to soul and romance. They always did the best they could. And so long to devotion. You taught me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Are we human? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Will your sister be alright when you dream of home tonight? There is no message we're receiving. Let me know, is your heart still beating? Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Are we human? Are we dancer? Kind of the folky version of that one a little bit. I don't know. Hey, you know what we've come to? What we've come to is the point where I have to say, I gotta get back to work. They pay me to actually do work over there. So I'm, what's the middle screen of my force? I got 5 screens. I'm not going to work. Tomorrow I'm going to work. But then I should be able to come home in the afternoon, like around noon, and have some lunch and then stream. So a little later stream tomorrow, which will consist of 50% Microsoft Flight Simulator content, followed by a music stream of piano proportions. And I'm going to probably pick up a fake book and go through my fake book songs tomorrow. So you can sort of look forward to that. I hope you'll be able to. If you're on the YouTube, remember to smash that like and or subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, use your Prime sub on me or follow. It's all that good stuff. By the way, now's the time of the stream where I do the following. 1 second here. Here we go. The magical. Ooh, hello. Let's go back into position. Oh, thank you all for coming to the stream. Oh, that was a good one. They're all the same, so they're all about the same goodness. You know, I mean, occasionally there's technical issues. All my cameras are working today, and I think I know what's going on. Why it's kind of this one's kind of messing up here, but it's keep work. All three cameras kept working for the whole stream, so that's a win. Part two is the Diet Coke lasted the whole, which is kind of a miracle, really. It's kind of a like a Hanukkah miracle. Well, I started with more. It's not really a miracle at all. So in case you hadn't heard, my closing goes like this. My show is a lot like the Carol Burnett show, which was a big influence on me when I was a kid. It's a variety show where she would sing, they do comedy skits, and she'd have audience interaction, importantly. And I do all those three things. So my show is a lot like Carol Burnett, although you don't get Tim Conway, Harvey Korman, Lyle Wagner, or the incomparable Vicki Lawrence, nor do you get Carol Burnett, who, by the way, is really good in the new show Palm Royale, whatever it is, on Apple TV. It's good to see her working. Carol Burnett. But you don't get her, but you do get me doing the following. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Mr. Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Check out my new ending music.